You're right, Shagger65 back again. It's my 6th video. This is Shelf 3, row B. I'm going to dive straight into it. First film is From Beyond. From Beyond the Grave. Robert Rodriguez, From Dusk Till Dawn. I love that film. Another film I can get bored with. Dusk Till Dawn 2. Effects are kind of shoddy, but it's a good laugh. It's better than the third one. I think the third one's Hangman's Door. I don't have that, but it's very funny. We're for the sort of the daft kind of bank shootout at the end. From Hell. From Hell. I do like the film. It's very stylish. From the Hughes brothers. Did a Menace to Society. I've got a few Jack the Ripper films. My personal favourite is Murder by Decree. I love that film. Very close to this actually. I'd watch this and then I'd watch Murder by Decree. It's very good, but the deaths are really great in this. Really great in that film. Frontiers. Oh, I love this film. Really, really depraved. If anyone's seen Brotherhood of the Wolf, the kind of hero of that kind of long guy, blonde hair. He in this is just a bald-headed, massive menace of a guy. Love this film. There's a great, scary moment in that when someone's going up a very, very narrow tunnel. Won't spoil it. It's a great film. If you like Martyrs, you like Inside, this is great. Just great. And having someone's ankle ripped out with just the most enormous bolt cutters imaginable. It's just great. Grotesque and great. It's brilliant. Full Eclipse. Daft werewolf film with Mario Van Peebles and Bruce Payne. Bruce Payne I like. Bruce Payne, you know, from Passenger 57. The werewolf transformation, this really has to be seen to be believed. It's so bad, but funny, if you like that sort of thing. Funhouse, great film. Stars like Kevin Conway. The guy on the right, people would know him probably. If they'd seen Oz, which I'm a big fan of. He's great in it. I thoroughly recommend that. Toby Hooper, it's a great film. Funny Games. I'm not like the biggest fan of that film. I got to be honest with you. The lead guy in it drives me absolutely insane. And the one good bit in it that happens, well, if you've seen the film, you know what I mean. They kind of wind it back to change it to their point of view of what things they. It's. I don't know, I find it very irritating. I find the dad a bit of a weak link as well, kind of like being kind of dealt with so easily. I'm not a massive fan, but I can appreciate it, you know, for like what sort of film he's trying to do. I'm just not the biggest fan. Gabriel, I think this is an Australian film. Kind of with the sort of the apocalyptic, angels, demons type sort of thing going on. Gate, classic film, love it. Gargoyles, not bad actually. Very young Scott Glennon. It's worth a watch. Kind of, I think 4 or 5 people in the car kind of come across a colony of gargoyles basically. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think Stan Winston does the effects for this. Pretty good. Ghost in the Darkness, big fan of this. I like my monster attack movies. Saw this at the cinema when I was fairly young, kind of young teen. Really like it. Really like it. I think Stan Winston does the effects for this again. It's a great film. Basically, British Empire trying to build a bridge, I think in modern day Kenya, across the River Savo, is it? And they basically get attacked. Well, a lot of them get attacked by man-eating lions. And I think those lines you can still see them in the Chicago Museum, I think now. I could be wrong about that. I think it's Chicago Museum. Goes to Maynak. Now I think this could be Thai. Is this a Thai film? I do apologise if it isn't. I didn't think much of this. Kind of. There's a lot better Asian horror out there. This isn't the best of them. Ghoulies 1 and 2. Ginger Snaps to begin. Now I've only seen the first Ginger Snaps, and I think I only got this because it's kind of, I think it's set in Canada. Yes, it is set in Canada because of the British Dominion thing. 1820s or 1830s, I could be wrong about that. It tried a bit of a Ravenous vibe. Didn't really work as well because I'm a massive fan of Ravenous. But you know, it's not bad. It's worth a look. I'm not a real big fan of that series, to be honest with you. Larry Cohen's God Told Me To. Gothic with Julian Sands and Gabriel Byrne. It's from Ken Russell, who did The Devils. Kind of a sort of an insane portrayal of kind of a seance with Lord Byron. One of his kind of mad parties. You can see the cover of that. It's a bit strange. Weird film. I haven't seen it in a number of years though. Grace. I saw this one a few months back. Very, very weird film. Woman, I think she gives birth to a stillborn child, and then it's kind of alive, and she's kind of got to sustain it on human blood. Very weird film. Good film. I'm not a massive fan of the After Dark kind of Harfest. Some of their films they're a bit hit and miss. Grave Dancers. This is a good film. This is well worth a watch. Yeah, just watch it really. I won't kind of go into it too much. Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. I like this film. I've just read this story. I think it's in. Is it The Night Shift? Stephen King. I'm a pretty big Stephen King fan. Kind of one of his short stories. Basically about kind of massive subterranean kind of rats. And I remember the book being a bit more weirder. Yeah, I think if they would have stuck a bit more to the novel with the rats in that, because when they get really down to the dark levels, the rats can hardly move, and they're actually just huge, enormous, blinded kind of just slug type things. I think. Oh yes, I'm sure it is. But the film is well worth a laugh. You'll see it. Worth it for. Brad Dourif turned up as sort of a mad rat catcher. It's good film. Grey Knight. This isn't a good film. This is about kind of Confederate soldiers coming back from the dead, and I think the only reason why Martin Sheen is he's basically kind of got the same voice and the same sort of look he has in Gettysburg. Big fan of Gettysburg. I'm not a big fan of this. Avoid that. Grizzly again. Look, the ending is just hilarity. Man, I've seen some people's videos. I don't know whose video I've seen it. There's another film like this called Claws, and I know they did a sequel to it, but they never finished it. It had a young George Clooney in it. But yeah, it's worth a watch. It's a good laugh. One of those animal attack films, you know, that try to get in on Jaws' success. The Grudge, great film. Second Grudge, brilliant. God, Mike, the amount of jumps in this, fantastic. Yeah, I don't normally do remakes. I think I bought this fairly cheap. I don't mind it. As I said, I'm not a massive fan of the American style remakes of Asian films, but they're okay. I kind of prefer them to the some of the Ring remakes, like William Friedkin's The Guardian. This is out of print now. I think this could have got re-released recently. Not too sure about that, but this is pretty hard to get hold of. It's out of print. It's Anchor Bay. A South Korean film called The Guardpost. Not bad. It goes a bit insane near the end. It's worth a watch though. Halloween 25 Years of Terror. It's 4 discs. Some awesome featurettes on that. Another Halloween. This has I think around 12. Is it 12:50? Yes, 12 minutes of footage added back into from the TV version. Classic, you know. I love the first Halloween. Second Halloween I love as well. I think if Rob Zombie would have stuck to this kind of format more. I mean, as I said, the beginning of his Halloween 2 begins alright, and then it just goes to shit, you know. But this is great. Now the third Halloween. I mean, some people. I like the cover. The cover looks fantastic, and you know, it starts off all right. It starts off okay. It's got Tom Atkins, he's like horror legend, love him. And then, for me, it just goes to shit. I mean, I absolutely hate it. I know some people say you should watch it as a separate film, you should think it's Halloween, but I do. I remember seeing one of the Alex the Chosen one's funny reviews about it, and I totally agree with him. I absolutely hated the film. Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I mean, as I said, you know, they kind of get progressively worse. 5th's alright, not as good as 4. This is the Halloween 6. This is the original Michael Myers. This is like this is the producer's cut version, and it's got the producer's cut, rough cut, director's cut. Sorry about that, wasn't trying. It's a television cut, and it has a behind the scenes. It's kind of a good thing to have, but it's not that great. It's a very, very poor film. Halloween 2 H2O. That's not bad. It's alright. I enjoyed it. I think it's better if old. I can't think of his name now. The rapper in it. Oh, Cool J. Sorry, totally slipped my mind in. Yeah, I think it's better if he actually been killed in it, to be honest. But I can put up with him. What I can't put up with is this. I couldn't stand this film. Is this, yeah, with Busta Rhymes. Oh God, like trying to fight Michael Myers. Michael really should have put him in the grave in this, but he didn't. This film's one of the worst. Just avoid that, just like the plague. No, this is. I've got 2 versions of Rob Zombie's Halloween, which I love. I know some people hate it. Now, I like the unrated version more, but this version is good mainly because there's a diff that they replace the rape scene in this, and I think that's better. I think the rape scene comes just too out. It's a bit crazy to have it. I think his escaping that is much better. Halloween 2, nothing to be said about that. Hated it. Although a good kind of curb stomp, no, sort of stamping on someone's face, that was pretty good. That was the only good death about it. Happy Birthday to Me, liked it, bit weird. Happy Hell Night, don't hear many people talking about this. Fucked up, great film, can't recommend this enough. Brilliant, get your hands on it. Hardware, kind of shy, but 2 amazing deaths. 2 amazing deaths. One particularly hilariously funny death. Very good, you can pick that up cheap. And last on the shelf is Harpoon. Thoroughly recommend it. Great laugh, great film. Gunnar Hansen's in it. Or Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw. If you can pick this up cheap, it's well worth it. That's the end of that shelf. Cheers for watching. Also, thanks to people who've been subscribing and the kind words recently. Well appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Cheers.